Hey girl. So this is Michelle Greenidge, and you guys, Michelle has been working this program, like the 5 F words practice. And it makes me so happy that you saw my little post about, who wants to come on and have a girl chat with me? And I've seen you working so hard since the group started, really, right? In October is when you came in. And I just really think women need to hear from you. And tell me who you are, what you do, and what's been going on.
Okay, so hi, my name is Michelle. I love the group. I love being here. And I feel blessed because I feel like I've been through the group 2 times since it started. So I'm 45. I have a little beauty shop in Michigan. 30 years in restaurants, just trying to make things happen, all along the way full of blockers. So I got invited to this group. I was interested, wanted to try it, sounded great. Loved everything I was seeing and hearing, full of blockers. Alcohol, you name it. If there was a blocker, I was having it. So I was taking everything to heart. Everything you said that we should do and try, I want to say I was doing it halfway, right? So I heard you say you should journal, but I didn't really journal. I heard you say buy my book, but I'm not a reader, and I haven't been my whole life, maybe 30 years. I just don't read. So I didn't get your book. I didn't read things. So I would do things and try things and want to have these things happen, and it was very hard to think, I don't know what I want, and I don't know everything you were asking. I was just like, wow, when you really stop to think, I don't know. Why can't I process these things and these feelings? So then, and I just kept going about my business, and I would catch the lives and want to do it and want to make this work. And then I got sick, not with COVID, but got into the hospital. And I just felt like it was the universe shaking me, saying, you need to sober up. And so I did. A week went by, totally sober. And then I started up with the group again. But then I started doing everything that you said to do. So I got a beautiful journal every day, every day. So I'm busy. I made the time. I would get up earlier because now that I was sober, I had energy. I didn't feel tired. I didn't need to sleep long and be tired throughout the day. I would just be up at 5, 6 in the morning. So I would write. And I did everything that you said, like believe it, which was hard, right?
Yeah.
Finally, just a wreck. Started to slowly just put it on paper, right? Like, then it started working. I get like emotional.
I'm so emotional listening to you. I mean, it's like if I help one person discover sobriety this year, it's worth it because you are worth it.
Yeah, so that was a big problem too, like self-worth or feeling you should feel those things or feel that. So then the whole, like everything you were saying was coming true. So write it down and believe it. And then I started doing yoga again, and I started getting into meditation. And you would say things like, if you keep ordering garbage in the universe, you're going to receive garbage. If you keep saying that you don't have any money, you're ordering through the drive-through of the universe. And then when you get to the window to pick it up, you're like surprised or something. So I said, well, I'm going to start ordering great stuff. And I would write down how I was so booked and so busy and had money coming in. And then 2-3 weeks goes by and little things start weirdly happening, right? And I listen to your words and you're like synchronicities, and I didn't even know what that word meant. And so
did you look it up?
Well, no, just listening to you to say what it means, that the universe eventually will start listening to you. And I was raised Catholic and went to Catholic school and then put that to the side for 30 years maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't believe
just in case somebody doesn't know, synchronicities are things that start flowing into your life and start happening where you're like, is that a coincidence? Oh, no, these are little things that start to happen for you to realize that God, universe, source, whatever it is starting to have things start to manifest for you and bring that so that you're going, okay, I see you. I hear you. You know, those are synchronicities.
And waking up and being thankful and grateful every day for every little thing. And then, like you said, at the end of the day, like reflect back. How could you do better? Instead of doing it at the end of the day, if I got upset, I would quickly reflect and quickly apologize if I went off the handle or I did something. I didn't wait till the end of the day because I knew it right away, you know. And I would try to just meditate that. Or if something bad was coming in, just like breathe it out, just let it go, just for a few minutes, and it'll fix itself. But the weird thing is when you start writing things down and then the universe starts like throwing cards your way, right? You can either pick up those cards and put them in your hand and now you have a new deck to play with, or you just let those cards go. And then when you said, if the universe says something 3 times, you need to pay attention, right? So like little things, like I'm trying to work on marketing and things that I've never done for my business to attract business. And so out of the blue, Yelp called me this past week and she said, oh, I have $400 in free advertising. Do you want to try it? So normally I would say, oh no. And so I said, sure. Then in 3 days, I got 3 brand new bookings. Like that's huge for me. So the second day, someone from Google called me and said, do you want to try this, that, and the other? And I said, no, call me back on the first of the year. But then I thought maybe that was a synchronicity. And I thought maybe I should call them back, but I didn't. Then I got a new customer and she sat in the chair yesterday. And I said, oh, what do you do? And she said, oh, I just moved here from Boston. I work for Google. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And she had a nice conversation and this and that. And I thought, well, that's weird. That's like 2 times somebody this week has talked about Google. And then she left and I got a phone call and I never answer random phone calls. And it was another guy calling from Google. And I was like, okay, let's do it. That's 3 times. I was like, my friend said, if you hear something 3 times, you should just try it. So I'm on their things. I'm going to try it out. And then the guy was like, well, it's this much money a month. And I said, oh, I can't afford that. Call me back in 10 minutes. And he did. And he said, well, what can you afford? And I said, this much. And he said, okay. So that's what I got. So I'm thinking that this is great. This is 3 times the universe was like, you should do this. You should do this. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick up that Google card and put it in my deck and see what happens, you know. And literally just try to listen to your book. I bought the book. I read a book. Are you kidding me? I haven't read in so long. The book was just right. When you said it's a small book, it's a little book. That's what caught my attention. I can't read a big book. Not right now. Just give me a minute. Let me baby step into this. And I couldn't put it down. It was beautiful. And then I want to share it. I already passed it to a friend and he read it in 1 day. And he's so excited and he's in the group. Hi, Brent. He's brand new.
Oh, he's in the group? It's supposed to be just women.
Maybe he didn't get into the group, but so I didn't know it was just women, but he's super gay, so maybe he counts.
Right.
But I love it. So anyways, he read the book and he was just amazed, transformed. So if anybody can't afford it, I'll let you borrow mine. I told him I need it back because you signed it and it's very special to me and I just appreciate you, right? And so even if you go through the first time or you're in the group and you're like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I feel. You know, it could just be that there's something blocking you at that moment, you know, and just hang it up for 5 or 10 minutes. In my case, 5 or 6 weeks, clear your head out and do it again and then do it and keep on doing it because it works. Like it's magical. It's magical.
Well, I love the fact, okay, so you know, the last 90 days, when I first decided the last 90 days, I didn't even think twice about it. I was like, okay, here we go, right? And then I realized, I was like, wow, this is a lot of weeks. And I'm seeing the beauty in having so many weeks and going through the 5 F words each week. And then we did a self-image. And then I started back over. And now we ended faith last week. And so it's like, I'm seeing now the importance of if you've been following along and if you haven't, right? It's like, it's all in the units for you to go through and see. And I love the fact that the first time around, and this is so important for people to know, is like, You know, it's like, I don't just read a book that changes my life once. Okay. It's multiple times. These are things that, you know, you read again because you hear something new, you see something new. It's like reading things over and over in different times. And, you know, sometimes I just open up a book. What do I need to hear? What do I need to see right now? You know? And so to watch you go through the 5 F's, using, drinking, not clear, right? Having the blockers, but then actually listening, girl. Like you were like listening to your body, to universe, so that's what is beautiful. The universe also brought you to the group through, I mean, multiple platforms, because during the pandemic, I joined multiple hairstylists, beauty, you know, met people, and people were sharing about my book, and I spoke on some platforms. So that's kind of how we connected. And that's how I connected with a lot of these ladies in this group. And I love that about synchronicities and how things happen. And now I realize today what going through it again has meant for people, right? Like you, the second time around. And I got so emotional in the beginning. I did not, and I knew you got sober, okay, during this process. And I didn't realize like how much that affected me, because I was like, it's so beautiful. You quit drinking and using, and like you found your self-worth and started to feel. And if I always say when I go to a school or a hair show or something, because I always share about my sobriety and the blocks and what happened in my life. And if it helps one person, that was my job, because I trust God. I clean this house. I help others, and I just don't freaking drink. Like it's simple.
If I feel anxious or I need that, I make a cup of tea. Like I can drink something, right? Or I have water. You know how you're like, you got to drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Like you're a flower and you have to make sure that you're watering and fertilizing your flower to grow, you know, to be beautiful.
Constant.
Water. You know how you're like, you got to drink a lot.
Hold on. I'm trying to see. Oh, your friend Brent is here. You're a woman, Brent. Okay, I love it. My friend Marion's here. I love it. One thing I wanted to, what was I going to touch base on? Oh, something that was so beautiful that you told me and I didn't realize is, I don't want to out you on your age at all. Okay.
Oh, no, you're good.
But only 7 years ago, you went to beauty school? 6. Okay. Can I say, why don't you tell me how old you are? Because you can lie if you want.
No, I'm 45. I'm proud.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're 45.
Yeah.
And you went to beauty school when you were 39?
Yeah. I was the old lady in the beauty school.
Let me tell you, I know other women who made that leap and it's changed their life. And so like, if you're a woman in your 30s and 40s and you are like, it's too late for me, that is bull crap. Because let's listen to this. You know, if we supposedly work you're 45 and you're going to work another 20 some years, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Right?
I would always say I'm shooting for 100. Whether that happens or that, you got to shoot for a goal, right? So I'm shooting for 100. So I have lots of time to work and be physically fit and make sure that I am fit when I'm in my 80s and I am moving around and I am still hustling. You're never too old. Everybody that was close to me made me think that I was too old or it was too expensive or it was past that prime. And it just motivated me more every time somebody was like, you can't do that. And I was like, watch me. You know.
Well, and that's something I also talk about is like, be careful with who you share your information with that you want, because like so many people, even my mom, she's like, you want to go to Hollywood? Hollywood. Yeah. Like you should just, by the way, from Michigan, right? You should just come back to Michigan and work in a salon. You can make a really good income here. And I was like, because I was living in Seattle, I was like, oh, no. I'm going to Los Angeles and I'm going to work in Hollywood. Like that was what I was going to do. And it's like, you have to bust through the fear, because trust me, I was scared to death, right? And not even sure if I could believe in myself. I just did the footwork. And that's what we do. You know, we just move forward and do, and you became a hairstylist and you have your own salon. And so that is beautiful. Yes, watch me, Marion says. She's another one. She is living about 2 hours away from Los Angeles, has 4 kids, married to a wonderful man, and they are planning on moving to Los Angeles. She's been my assistant on The Voice before pandemic. And her goal is to collect her days and to be a part of our union and do what we're doing. And I believe in her, you know, and she's beautiful, and it's what she wants to do. And she has a salon suite in where she's at too. And I just love her. Okay. So this was beautiful. Thank you so much for doing the work, changing your life. I love to be like a support, a mentor, a friend. I'm here for you. I love you, you know, and I just, oh, thank you. Thank you for coming on here and inspiring someone. Okay.
Listen, you inspire me every day. Keep it up. I hope the group doesn't end, because it's like fun. It fills you up to hear and see you, to be positive, and then to turn around and tell others what you hear and learn. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. There's always room to learn more or grow more, you know.
Yes, there is. And I don't know what's going to happen for me. I mean, I'm obviously going to keep the group, but I don't know what it's going to look like after the new year. You know, I need to take a little break, you know, from the every Friday or Saturday today, and really like get focused on me again, because I've noticed for me, like I've put so much energy towards everyone else, you know, including my shows, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm depleted a bit. I need to rejuvenate and, you know, get connected, which I'm doing. I'm starting to do. Like, I'm like, oh, Geraldine, you got to get back on track with this right here. So I don't know what the group looks like next year, but it's not going away. It's just going to look a little different, right? We'll see what universe tells me.
It makes me feel so much like blessed and thankful that I got to catch it when I did. So yeah, thank you.
I love it. I love you. Thank you so much for being on here. I will end this, and mwah.
Bye.
Have fun with your wedding trial. All right, honey. Thank you.
Bye.